had this 2003 Honda Civic with roll-up windows, no AC, and it was a stick shift. It was a manual car. I don't even think they make cars like this anymore, but I was driving around all day and I had a list of people to see that I had no idea really what I was doing, but I needed to end the day with a sale. I knew I had to make a sale or I wasn't going home that day. So I kept knocking on doors. I kept getting doors slammed in my face, and it was like 4:30 in the afternoon. It was like 80 degrees out in the middle of July, and I am sweating my face off. I already gotten like 10 doors slammed in my face, nose all day. I think I sat in one house and the people were just basically being nice to me and letting me talk to them, but they knew they weren't buying anything. But I come up to this trailer park actually, and I pull in, I'm sweating, I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt and pants, and I go up to the door, knock on the guy's door, and he lets me in. We start chatting. He was a veteran, really nice guy. I remember talking to him. His name was Jim actually, and we sat down and I started kind of talking to him, just asking him a lot of questions, and he was very receptive. Even though I was nervous at the time, he kind of allowed me to communicate with him and learn his situation. And in that process, I kind of pitched this one product that we had, and he ended up buying it. And it was the craziest moment of my life, because it was the first time that I had ever sold anything. It was the first time that I had made something from what I killed, you know what I mean? Like the first time I hunted and I killed something on my own, as a crude analogy. But like, men, we need that. We need that bit of hunt and to know that we are capable men, right? If you go out into the world and your value is told that you are only valuable because your boss is paying you, right? But then they have the keys to your destiny, right? If they say that you're no longer valuable and they fire you, well, you no longer have the keys to your own destiny. And that was the moment of my life when it really switched, right? It switched to say, I am now in control of my destiny. I can be better. I can control the future. I can take over from what society has told me my value is, and I can make myself valuable. So if you don't know who I am, I know that was a long introduction, but my name is Matt Petruso. I own an insurance agency. I own a real estate investment company. I've now done over $10 million in sales, and I had no idea what I was doing. Just I think close to maybe 15 years ago, a little less than that. And the life that I get to live now, because of the struggle and the adversity that I faced along that journey, has created a confidence and a capable mindset that I would have never been able to have if I would have stayed working at that safe and secure 9-to-5 job. The entrepreneur route is literally the only route that I think a man should go down, because it forces you to go out into the world and find what your value is, right? And not be determined on what your value is based off of what somebody else tells you it is. It's based off of what your merit is, what your capabilities are, what you're willing to do, what you're willing to sacrifice, and how you're able to show up in this world. So if you do not ever take that time to figure out what you're capable of achieving, you will live in this constant state of what if, right? What if I tried? What if I gave my all? What if I actually took destiny into my own hands? And if you do that, the life that you want is now in your hands, versus, hey, this is, a comfortable life. My bills are getting paid. I'm basically just floating through existence. And I never actually tried anything that I liked. I never actually took the time to figure out what I was capable of achieving. And I never actually went for it. And I want you to go for it, because those people are the most resentful, the most dangerous, and the most capable of harm. I do not want men to be out there thinking that they're not capable humans. And the reason why you feel you're incapable or significant in the world is because you have been told by other people what your value is. And if you're constantly told what your value is by other people, how can you ever believe that you actually have value to this world, right? Like, it's not possible. You will always be in this perpetual state of scarcity because someone else is controlling your destiny. I do not want that for you. I want you to be in complete control of your finances, your mindset, your body, your control of your relationships, the type of people you surround yourself with. If you do not understand the fundamental principles of how to live a good life, then other people will constantly put their beliefs on you. And the reason why I'm making this video today is to give you a little bit of motivation to say, I know it's going to be difficult. I know it's going to be hard. I was sitting in that car wanting to give up all day. And I just knew that the pain of not doing it was greater than the pain of doing it, right? Like the life that I was destined to have if I stopped was way more painful than the present of doing the thing. And that's what I constantly talk about, is like this pain and pleasure motivation that we all have. But if you can pull the pain closer and understand the actions that you do today, the decisions that you do today will dictate your future life. And if that future life is not pleasant, then you can use it as motivation. And too many people talk about like the Lamborghinis, the dream houses, the cars, and great, you can have all those things, but those are icing on top of the cake, because the cake is what is going to be built. Like, you can't have icing on nothing, right? If you don't have a cake that's built of foundational pieces, then you can't even have the frosting. So I want you to understand that all of the pleasurable things that you're after come from really understanding the deeper part of the painful life of the existence of not having autonomy over your life and control over the, your future. Because I know a lot of people that chased one thing and ended up getting the things that they thought they wanted, but their life was actually miserable. So it's a scary path to go down if you don't understand what your longer term time horizon is. Life is long, but it is also very short. So in an instant, like, I'm 35. I feel like just yesterday I was 18. Like, it's crazy, but that's literally a lifetime ago. And it's pretty ridiculous to even think about that these days when I was, playing volleyball with my friends, playing soccer, and just living kind of a life that I had no control over, it felt like just yesterday. But I know all of the days and the memories that have built up to this point in my life. But I want you to picture your own life, wherever you're at right now. What is a 10, a 15, a 20 year version of yourself look like, right? Like, if I could picture myself at 18, at 35 now, there's not a ton that I would change. There might be one or two things that I would have, maybe aspired to be, because I didn't know what I really wanted at 18 years old. But there's a lot of things that you can't obviously see. And the way that I like to explain this too is having clarity on the future is kind of difficult, because there's so many options out there and so many things to do, and that can obviously create analysis paralysis. So what I try and do is tell people what you should get clear on are just like the handful of things that you guarantee you that you do not want, right? I want you to, with the end of this video, I want you to name in your own mind and write it down 5 things that you guarantee that you do not want from your life, right? Because it's very difficult to know exactly what you do want, but I know that everybody can name at least 5 things that they do not want their life to look like in 10 years. So name something financially that you do not want your life to look like in 10 years. Name something physically that you do not want to have in 10 years. Name something mentally about how you can manage your mindset how you feel, how do you not want to end up in 10 years? And then what are the relationships in 10 years that you know that you do not want, right? And then lastly, what is your day look like that you do not want in 10 years? If you can name these 5 things that you do not want in 5 years or in 10 years, you can reverse engineer all of the things that will get you there and stop doing them. And I guarantee you, if you don't do all the things that will get you those 5 bad outcomes, I guarantee you your life will be better. I guarantee you. You might not know exactly what that life might end up looking like, but I can guarantee you if you avoid doing those 5 things that will guarantee your unsuccess, you will get success. I promise you that. So stop trying to get clarity on what might be, but get very clear on what you do not want, and it will help you live exactly how you wish. So hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram if you want to learn a little bit more about me and follow me on my journey, and so I can teach you a little bit about what I'm doing and what's going on, and so you can come hang with some of the events that we're putting on. MOVMATT on Instagram, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, baby, and hit that like so we can keep passing this information on. I'm giving it to you for free, baby. Giving it to you for free. So hitting the gym another day, and we're gonna keep doing it. So peace, be easy.